How do we live in a world where there are so many problems? How do we solve these problems? We are facing political oppression and the destruction of the natural world. It is easy to feel overwhelmed. For many years of my life, my weight used to go way up and way down. I've been 175 pounds and I've been less than 100 pounds. In my 30s, I decided to change my life and stop the constant weight fluctuations. I asked myself, who am I and what do I value? Through therapy, I learned that movement was very important. I joined an informal running community and started training and running races. At the beginning of many races, I would cry because I remember being 175 pounds and stuck on a couch. And now I'm going to run a half marathon. As I became healthier, I realized I wanted to use movement as a means of empowerment. I became a certified personal trainer. One of my clients went from recovering from a serious spinal cord injury to walking 10 kilometers and cried at the end of her first race. Another client wanted to get healthier before she started her cancer treatment. Other clients deal with anxiety and depression and use exercise as a means of recovery. Often my clients inspire me to keep moving as I inspire them. My full-time job is not as a trainer, but as an educator in a special needs high school. Last year, I met many hyperactive teens. They were very disruptive in their classes, had trouble regulating their emotions, and were very impulsive. They moved in their seats all day long. I created a club for these teens so they could move and feel better about themselves. Once a week, we went outside during school hours and participated in a rigorous workout. We ran in the rain, we ran in the heat, we ran throughout the Canadian winter. We ran. As we ran, the students who had often been shunned by their classmates started making friends and feeling better about themselves. These students would talk about these practices all week long and wanted the club to grow. In the spring, I wanted my students to have a chance to participate in an annual running race. The Halo race, although had been going on for many years, it only recently started running races for everyone, disabled and non-disabled students. I wanted my students to feel included, empowered by doing something other teens do. On the day of the race, my students ran and a few won prizes, and even more importantly, they felt good about themselves. They were proud of the ribbons they were given and talked immediately about how they wanted to do it again. Sometimes I ask myself, is what I'm doing enough? I'm not actively helping refugees or fixing environmental problems. Instead, I've chosen to help people through movement. I've always believed you need to pick one cause and that needs to be enough.